we may actually get a new DMZ. I found a new game coming out called Delta Force, and this could be everything we ever wanted for DMZ. Now, before you click off and leave, hear me out. You guys really need to hear this. I think you will want to hear what I have to say about Delta Force. Now, the gameplay you're seeing in this video that I'm obviously talking over is Delta Force. It's a new game that aims to be multiple games in one, like a multiplayer experience and an extraction shooter experience as well. Obviously, most of us are interested in the extraction shooter, if you're here for DMZ, of course. Now, I want to go over some things that I think you'll want to know about Delta Force and why you might make this your next game. If, of course, we're not getting any DMZ updates like it currently looks like. Now, I think first and foremost, one thing I want to say is that there are DMZ developers working on Delta Force. They have literally people from DMZ working on Delta Force. And as I go down this list of things I want to talk about, you guys will see that this makes actually complete sense. So, let's hop into it, shall we? So, first off, Delta Force is aiming to be an extraction shooter that is somewhere between Tarkov and DMZ. However, it's heavily leaning towards DMZ. They want to be a casual extraction shooter, right? And you'll see what I'm talking about with the Tarkov part. Now, as you guys know, I've always wanted more depth into DMZ. We can't extract all of our stuff. We can only extract certain things. And I know a lot of you guys have been Koshi glitching. Shame on you. But a game that allows you to take all your stuff out and store it in a place is something obviously a lot of you guys wanted, considering there's a lot of you guys Koshi glitching to take out stuff for your friends or to gear up another operator. Well, that is a feature in this game, and you don't have to do any glitches to do so. Now, Delta Force will be free to play, and they already have mentioned they don't enjoy the way other games do pay to win mechanics. If you guys remember, DMZ brought out guns with special cooldowns, right? The 15-minute cooldowns. A lot of people didn't agree with this. Personally, I didn't agree with it either. I think I want more gear fear in DMZ, and I'm hoping that this game brings it. Now, they are going to be obviously selling cosmetics. This game will be free to play, and they need to make money somehow. So I assume it'll be cosmetics for weapons or operators that won't be pay to win. They express that they don't enjoy the way other games are doing that, obviously. Now, a big thing you guys are probably going to ask, Delta Force will be available on everything: PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and even mobile for iOS and Android. It's literally going to be everywhere. It's going to be free to play. Now, I don't know if this hasn't got you going yet. If you guys look at the gameplay still, like, it looks so good. I'm going to tell you guys, I'll have early access to this. I'm very excited to be able to show you guys this game. Now, a couple things I want to go over that you're going to love that will give you that DMZ vibe, okay? The healing system is easy. It's not complicated. There's not 18 different things that do 18 different things to your character. There's no, like, bandages or, you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be a simple healing system, just like in DMZ, how we have a plate system. Thank you, please. This is one thing I've wanted. I don't want to have to carry 18 different heals on me just so my character doesn't bleed out or die. I can't express how much I appreciate this. This is one thing I hated about Tarkov and Arena Breakout. I can't stand it. 3-man squads are going to be the default option in the game, and I'm hoping you can go solo. I haven't heard much on it, but I'm gonna assume that you can turn off squad fill and play solo. But 3-man squads are going to be your starting. So if you got friends or you want to play squad fill, you can. Delta Force will have a PvE only mode. Okay, now I know a lot of you guys have been asking for a PvE DMZ mode. We hear you, brother. We hear you. There is a PvE only mode in Delta Force and a PvPvE mode just like DMZ. And you'll be able to choose between the two. So if you don't want a PvP and you want to do missions, there's going to be a PvE mode just for you. I actually think this is good to cater to two audiences. I personally, I enjoy PvP a lot, so I'll be playing that mode. But there's a lot of people who want to play PvE and just want to chill and shoot bots and do missions. So you'll have your options to do that, all right? It looks like we're going to be getting 4 maps on launch, with hopefully more to come. Now, we don't know much about these maps, and we're not even sure if 4 maps is correct. There will be at least 2 on launch, apparently. And these maps are somewhere in between the size of Bondel and Al Mazrah. Now, that's not confirmed. These are just speculations based on people who have played the game at special events and Summerfest and other stuff events that they've done. I personally didn't go to the events, or I would, yeah, maybe, who knows. Now, it looks like at launch, we are going to get a bunch of things that we'll all be able to test out, okay? And we'll be able to make an educated decision on if you want to put any more time into this game. Now, one thing I'm very interested in, Delta Force features high tier loot, and one of them being called the Mando Brick. Now, this is an item that's just like the weapons case in DMZ. You can unlock exclusive cosmetics in-game by taking this item and taking it to another location to decode it. Now, within this, once you pick up this brick, just like the weapons case, you are marked on the map for everyone else to see. It's literally just like the weapons case. So that's pretty cool, and I look forward to trying that out. Delta Force will include a full suite of missions for all of us to be doing, and they will also include in-game missions, just like DMZ contracts that you can pick up along the way while you're in the game. Now, another thing that we haven't seen outside of Battlefield, we're getting dynamic maps. So dynamic destruction of maps. So for instance, okay, it's really hard. It's weird. So there will be things that happen on the map based on player action. So for instance, if you light up a SAM site, it can blow open a stronghold for you. That's cool. I mean, I don't know. I think that's really cool. I think that's a nice touch, and I think that's a cool idea. You can also revive players and use a finisher on enemies if you sneak up on them. Do you remember how I talked about earlier how DMZ devs are working on it? Well, you can revive players and you can use a finisher on enemies if you sneak up on them. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Now, one big thing, and I'm sure you guys are wondering, does it offer an FOB or a forward operating base? So you know how in DMZ we have a place where you can look at your missions and your contracts, your upgrade system, like what you need to do. So this one features one. However, it's greatly expanded, and it's a place where you actually can walk around and be in. It's your own base where you can keep your stuff, trade with traders, and buy stuff. Now, one thing that I'm really happy they're pulling from other games is a market for player-to-player trades. So players can sell their stuff and other players can buy their stuff, if you know what I mean. It's like the flea market. This is an awesome feature, and I can't wait to try it out. And okay, now if you guys saw me playing these other extraction shooters, I really hate playing the hardcore games where you one shot to the head with the AR and you're dead. If someone hits that one shot, you don't even see them. They could just be sitting in a bush somewhere, you know? I hate that about it. That's why a lot of the hardcore games have turned me away from them. Because with DMZ, if I get shot at, if I move correctly, I can get away and reposition. So Delta Force is looking to be that same way. They're not a one shot to the head type of dying situation, and you should have the opportunity to get away, better position yourself for the fight, no matter how it plays out. I can't express how grateful I am for this, because I really don't like hardcore extraction shooters where it's just a one tap boom. And I can understand that some of you guys enjoy that, or the realism aspect to it, and that's cool. That's cool. But for me, and I know a lot of DMZ players, you know, you don't like that, and that's okay. Everyone has their own flavor, right? So in the end, it doesn't look like we're getting DMZ in Black Ops 6. And while I still hope we see something, trust me, August 28th, I really hope we see something. But I wanted to show you guys a brand new game that will continue to be supported in a way that we can all keep playing. Now, ever since they dropped updates for DMZ, it's turned into a glitch fest, hack fest, exploit fest. It's gotten pretty bad out there. And all I want in the end is, of course, I'd love a new DMZ, but in the end, I want a game that all of us can enjoy and hope to have updates for the long haul. And I'm really hoping Delta Force could be that game. Now, as I said earlier, I will have early access to this game, and I will be streaming it on Twitch along with making videos about it here on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see that. In the end, like for real, I really just want a new extraction shooter that's casual enough to where us DMZ fans can have a good time. And I'm really hoping Delta Force is just that.